Okay, so we escaped that hellhole. Actually, it wasn't that bad. It was just kind of hectic.
Come on!
Okay, so it looks like we have all kinds of conversations to have back in our camp, it looks like. So, we escaped, didn't we? Oh, we haven't technically escaped yet. Because we still have some more stuff to kill. Since they don't know we're up here. Oh. Where'd all this stuff come from? Or is this all the stuff that was inside? Could have been. Just jump down this way, I guess. Just have to go this way, keep them happy. Spiders. Did I level up again? Level 20 still. Never mind. It's still a little while to go.
Another soul for the wheel.
There's soul for the wheel. Do bugs have souls? Should we have this discussion with the Giada? Do bugs have souls? What are you guys fighting? Oh, still Garot's here. So that's what, what's her face was complaining about. The god. Grim. Right, Grim. You're doing Inquisitor. Leave before you worsen the situation.
You're a child playing at being a hero. You understand none of the forces at work here.
The Circle of Archmagi has overstepped their authority. Again.
I don't know how to explain this any better. This is not a problem to solve with cannons or steel.
Is that... It can't be. Not now. Not her.
Not her. What's that in reference to?
Envoy, I hope you found what you were looking for. Because those ruins are about to be a distant memory.
Technically, every ruin is a distant memory. You've been keeping tabs on me.
I have eyes in every corner of the living lands. Some more discreet than others. This is a spring from which the Dream Scourge flows, injecting poison into the veins of the island.
No, a cleansing fire. Poison or cure?
The same poison that spread to Fior Messiverno, and even now rots the city from within.
The only poison I see here is you, and I would love nothing more than to purge you from the living lands.
Charming. Stand by my side, and we can strike a blow at the Dream Scourge. And at Sapadal.
I'm still waiting to hear some specifics, Inquisitor. You know about Sapadal. Why am I not surprised? Or we can stop meddling in the affairs of the living lands. You could have helped Fior instead of attacking it.
There are 2 plagues in the living lands. Help me destroy one, and the other will follow.
Ashes. Nothing of the Akita will remain.
We may not burn out the Dream Scourge here, but we can burn out its symptoms and take the fight to your patron.
Spirits cry out, bury the fire, but still they rage.
Is her first instinct always to destroy stuff and hope that fixes things?
Always thinking with your sword. You zealots never change. I happen to like these ruins. They've been very informative. Without them, I'd never have learned there was a new god in the living lands.
Another reason why they should be destroyed. Sapadal is dangerous, but an archmage is more unpredictable by far.
Look, you've got other ideas, Ranger. What do you propose? Seems to know what she's talking about. Maybe you're onto something. The Kubal is a threat to the Shatterscarp. The fate of these ruins is not yours to decide. We can't just destroy everywhere that the Dream Scourge has touched. What do you propose?
I do love it when people choose to listen to reason. I have an alternate solution to the problem at hand.
This should be amusing.
I am not talking to you, am I? Don't interrupt me.
Don't make me separate you two.
Don't make me separate your skin from your muscle.
It was
I
a
can sever the
joke.
connection between the Adra in the ruins and the rest of the living lands. It will isolate the dream-scourged essence and halt the creation of new dream thralls in Shatterscarp. But those that exist will remain. My solution will end the plague in this region, I believe, and keep Ludwig from having to do terrible things to those nice ruins.
It's catch.
I knew I liked you for a reason. Yes, there is a catch. It's also what you may call a large one. Severing the Adra will require the use of a truly immense amount of essence, which, well, will result in a few deaths.
A few deaths? What about Quilici? And the other Fiorians? And Quilici?
Gods, you're right.
Gentle sleep. One moment day, the next a poppy's dream to carry them to the Garden of Night. They would feel no pain.
I'm reminded of a certain parable about a statue. That's your plan. Rip the souls out of people's bodies to power a spiritual amputation. Well, it's better than Shatterscarp falling to the Dream Scourge. What do you mean a few deaths? I'm reminded of a certain parable.
I'm so very glad you recall.
To power a spiritual... what do you mean by a few deaths? You've got to be joking. That's the best you can do.
Yes, exactly. Very concisely put.
That's damnably clever, Rangram. Why didn't I think of that? Well, it's better than Shatterscarp falling to the Dream Scourge.
Give it a few centuries of living and... Oh, that's right, you can't. Because you're mortal. And short-sighted, I'm afraid. Unfortunately, my plan is not without certain costs. There is no control over who will perish in the process. But it will stop the Dream Scourge from spreading in Shatterscarp. No new Dream Thralls will be created.
Ringrim is one of the smartest people alive. If she says this is the way, it's hard to argue. No matter how much we might want to.
It's not an ideal solution. But it is easier to save a life when you've amputated the necrotic limb, so to speak.
Do you ever hear yourself, those necrotic limbs are real people? A dispassionate but pragmatic solution. In the long run, your idea would improve the situation here. Lodwyn wouldn't change the status quo. Lodwyns wouldn't change the status quo. Dispassionate but pragmatic solution.
You surprise me, Envoy. After showing mercy to your own killer, you would condemn innocence to pain and death. She would sacrifice the very people we're trying to save, and for what? Not even to destroy the Dream Scourge, merely to slow it down.
Destroying the ruins and killing the Dream Thralls within is also a short-term measure. Ludwig's solution will eventually result in the same number of casualties, possibly even more.
Assuming we don't find another way to end the Dream Scourge in the meantime. I'm well aware of the number of potential casualties. Explain in detail. Assuming we don't find another way to end the Dream Scourge in the meantime.
If such an alternative existed, I'd have suggested it already. So long as the Dream Scourge exists, more people will become infected. And the infected will take more lives, and this will continue indefinitely.
She has no idea what the consequences of her actions might be. And neither do you. Envoy, I want to show you something.
Uh-oh, here we go. Oh, not her face. She got mushrooms? I bet she has mushrooms. Oh, maybe not. Well, that was unexpected.
I swore an oath to my goddess. A solemn vow that I would give everything in service to her. Even myself. And I did so, gladly. Sapadal wants the same devotion from you. The only difference is, you never had a choice.
That's what happens here, not Sapadal. Sapadal is the steward of this land. Sorry. They have its best interest at heart. Might not have chosen Sapadal at first, but I choose them now. Those ruins venerate Sapadal. Destroying them would be an act of defiance. Gods, what are you? So, that's what you've been hiding under the mask all this time. Might not have chosen Sapadal first, but I choose them now.
Hardly surprising. Sapadal brought you back from the dead, which means they have power over you. A blade held to your throat. You owe Sapadal nothing, and yet they demand everything. That is not devotion. It's cruel.
What an amateur. She accuses Sapadal of what she intends to inflict on you. Don't fall for it.
Yes, quite difficult to decide whether to believe your new god or the angry skeleton actively threatening us.
Godlike. I leave the choice to you. Both options will bring harm. The question is, which will bring more good?
Thirdborn needs to help fighting all these Dream Thralls now. Destroy the ruins, Inquisitor. Ending the spread of the Dream Scourge in Shatterscarp once and for all is worth the costs. Sever the Adro. Neither of your solutions is acceptable to me. Is this really the best you can do? This is beyond cruelty. You're asking me to kill dozens of people. Only dozens. That's it? I thought we were talking like hundreds and thousands of people. It's only only dozens of people? That's not that many. I mean, that's not that bad, is it? Except for the aggro.
Oh, what a relief. You really scared me there, Envoy.
I don't like our options, but maybe we can learn something from this one. Let's just hope Kulichi is alright.
So be it. Sapadal's hold over you is stronger than I suspected.
Rune, strengthen the living leaves. We twine.
Attune your soul to Sapadal to assist my focus on the Adra. You're the only one who can do that part. And Yatsley, come, help me. I think you'll enjoy this. Marins of Klakan, Aid Marslante.
Godlike ability, Severed Branch, active. Grants maximum move speed for 20 seconds. It's not that helpful. Is it? It's another button. Expecting a bigger explosion. I was expecting an explosion of some kind, but okay.
Why are we deferring to that maniac Ringgrim? Ugh.
Who's that maniac?
What is done is done. Do not waste your breath justifying it to me. Countless innocent lives cut short, even my own soldiers. And for what? Make no mistake. There will be a reckoning for the chaos you unleashed here.
Yeah.
At least now I have a better idea of who is pulling your strings.
Oh, my resolve sucks. Now we can still work together for the good of the living lands. Ringgrim Solutions was the only way to stop the Dream Scourge.
And that is what she wants you to believe. Envoy, need I remind you why the Emperor sent you? To burn out a threat at any cost. To impose order where chaos reigns. If you and Heelgard are too spineless to remember your allegiance, I'll have to finish the job myself. All I wanted to do was protect Shatterscarp. Give it the chance that Fior Messiverno did not have. Unusual, isn't it? How you spared one settlement and condemned another.
You mean the same one thing you were going to do? Couldn't let the Dream Scourge destroy Thirdborn. Neither of your choices would have saved everyone. You have no right to judge me. Shatterscarp can rebuild. Fior can heal.
Not fast enough to outpace what is coming for them.
You underestimated us from the beginning. It was a mistake then, and it is a mistake now.
A word of warning, Envoy. You and I are running out of opportunities to save the living lands from itself. I allowed you to dictate the terms of this meeting. I won't make that mistake twice.
Where did I send the citizens of Fior after the attack? Pretty sure I sent them to Shatterscarp. Shh. Nobody's bringing that up, so shh. Thanks for the warning. See you in the garden, assuming I don't get there first. We all make mistakes. Apology accepted.
Your impudence has been noted. Until next time, Envoy.
What a vile, intolerant creature.
It wasn't supposed to claim our people. No progress.
Hey, can I have his loot?
Sacrifice. This magic makes my skin twitch.
That's a few trees to save the forest.
Where'd her face go?
I am delighted to have been right about you. I was hoping you'd have the cold logic I wanted to see. We've dealt with the Dream Scourge, but you'll still have some cleaning up to do. Now that I know this was all because of a new god flailing in their cage, the Living Lands is no longer of interest to me.
No. Loden would kill me for this. You're not interested in Sepidal. You have the chance to study a god. Why?
Another god. There are so many. If a new one is more aberrant than another, does it really matter? But that is for you to wrestle with. I'm done here. However, I have one final question for your young wizard.
For... me?
You have shown a great deal of talent, Yatsley. Few can harness so much essence with ease. I could use your assistance. And the companionship. It's really dreary being alone. Should you wish to return with me, I would happily take you on as my apprentice. The rest of the circle do not often visit, which is good because they're tiresome. You, however, are a power worth shaping, and rather delightful to boot.
Well, obviously, I'm... Wait. Really? You want me to... Wow. That would be... amazing! But, I have to think about it. At the very least, the envoy would be lost without me. And so would my lover. Though the idea of finally devoting more time to magic is... tempting.
I would have done anything for an offer like that. You have to take it, Yatsley. It's the chance of a lifetime. You don't need to choose now. Take your time. We can't lose you. We need you to stop Ludwin.
Yes, my work will still be there even when this world is in ruins. Which, hopefully, won't happen. Whatever you decide, it will be some months before I depart. You know where to find me. Be clever, godlike. Don't think too much with your heart.
Okay, so now we go back to Thirdborn. So, what haven't I done? Journal quest. The Shadow of the Past that we're doing. Gotta go back to Thirdborn. Totem stuff. We got 3 more pieces to find still. There's a seaside tavern over one with eyes. Oh, seaside cavern. Ugh. Ancient lake bed's edge. The ruby eye. Your words you will pledge. Find the emerald eye. The emerald eye rests on an unfinished likeness not far from unnatural iciness. Treasure map 2. I don't know where this is. From Solace Keep that included Mr. Metal. Someone in Galwain's tusk can be worth the Star Metal. So that's the next place we're going, I'm sure. Seaside cavern overrun with eyes, ancient lake bed's edge. Ancient lake bed. That's a lake, technically, right? I explored most of the water areas, though. Oh. We didn't do a lot of stuff in here, did we? Sailor's Rest. Oh. So I have to do that. How come that wasn't on our list? It's a long run. seaside cavern. Could be anywhere along there. How do you know if something's an ancient lake? Is it like this way?
No progress without sacrifice. It's magic.
That's not a lake. That's a hole in the ground. Except for maybe at the very bottom. Oof. Looks safe. Let's finish up our quest first. So, the real quest, like this one. How the hell are we getting? I'll get back to Thirdborn or do that one. I guess we can go to Third. There's no path over there, is there? We'll go down through that way. Okay, we'll go back to Thirdborn.
Did you hear about Naguno? They found him dead in the lighthouse. The old guy from the swordfish? No kidding.
Who needs...
Someone snuck up there when he was sleeping.
Yeah. Gunu's dead.
Strange to see.
36 dead, of no apparent causes. They just fell over. Like their hearts were stopped in their chest.
Yep, that's us.
What did you do, Envoy? I know you're involved somehow.
Sometimes we must make sacrifices for the greater good. I'm sorry, there was no other option. I did exactly what I had to. Sometimes we must make sacrifices for the greater good.
Sacrifices? Is that what you want to call it? Such a pretty word for so much death. Dozens are dead, Envoy. Their loved ones scream for them. What was all this for?
Stop the Scream Scourge from taking more lives. Stop being melodramatic, Dimitri. You know this was for the greater good. I don't know anymore. I only hope that it was the right decision. Stop the Dream Scourge from taking more lives.
The costs were too great, Envoy. And you paid them with Thirdborn blood. I hope your fucking decisions haunt you forever. You've cost so many families their loved ones.
Need your permission to go to Galloween's Tusk. Oh, I don't. Not before you tell your guard to let me through to Galloween's Tusk. Leave when your guards let me through. Not before.
You have my permission to go anywhere else. Get out of my sight, Envoy.
Ta-da! Okay, so, merchants.
Who needs fabric? Oh, you're back. What can I do for you? We still have various linens and silks in stock.
There you go. Well, it's good to see she survived at least. Star the Bean, want to break that down for parts. The ball shield, we're going to do the same thing. Break down these guys we sell. Exceptional robe. We'll break it down for parts. This stuff we can sell. Oh, what happened to... No, we're only wearing 2 of those. Never mind. We're good. All this jewelry I have. Okay, now we have to go back to camp and we have to pull Kai out. Camp over in this area. Right there. Okay. And we have some conversations to do as well.
We need to talk.
Yes, we do.
You let a mad archmage unleash death with a spell. I need to know why.
Ringgrim is one of the most brilliant minds I knew, or I had to trust her. I'm here to stop the Dream Scourge, Kai. Ringgrim's spell cuts it off here. Simple, I don't trust Ludwin. I couldn't go along with her plan. We found the ghosts of dead people and a map to the garden. I can't destroy Kobo without knowing what else it holds. Back off. Here to stop the Dream Scourge, Kai. Ringgrim's spell cuts it off here.
Is that our answer now? Do we extract that price from every settlement in the Living Lands?
Yes.
What is the alternative? That we allow the Dream Scourge to spread unchecked?
I don't know. Maybe.
Fuitu Mayu. That choice shouldn't be in anyone's hands.
Then why did we leave it to that archmage?
Reengrim knows more about the Dream Scourge than we do, and we know more than most others do. She found a great solution, but it came with a great cost. What more could we expect?
Do you hear yourself? You both saw what kind of person she is. The twisted little world she built for herself. If ending the Dream Scourge means handing our fate to someone like her, then perhaps it's not worth the cost.
Do you hear yourself? The Dream Scourge will destroy this island and everyone in it. We must stop it.
Kai, let's be honest. None of us are walking away from this with a clean conscience. But unless someone makes the tough decisions, the Dream Scourge will kill us all. Or worse. That means living with our nightmares. Embracing them if we must.
Right. Getting killed by monsters is one thing, but turning into one...
We stand here bickering while the solution is just over the horizon. Nothing matters but the garden. Shatterscarp, even Emerald Stair. They're distractions by comparison.
We can discuss that when we leave for Galwain's Tusk. For now, I think we all need some rest. Okay, let's do our upgrades if we can. 5 Blackwood branches for the wand. Of course, I can only make 4. Unless we make more. Petrified wood stuff. So, upgrade all these guys. Upgrade these guys. Upgrade these. Ta-da. Cave coral. Make some of that. I think we can make some of this. Gambeson I can upgrade. So that would be to Superb 2. Gives me more damage reduction. Which I desperately need. So I'm squishy-ish. Okay, well, that'll keep us going for a while. So level 4, level 4, level 4. Okay, now I have to get to talk to you guys.
Envoy, we need to discuss what you did in the ruins.
What did I do this time?
I just hope we made the right decision. Those ruins are priceless, and I truly look forward to exploring them again in the future, but I don't know that I'll ever truly accept what we did. What I did. Usually I know the right answer. It's obvious. Here, though.
I had to stop the Dream Scourge. Anything to make Ludwin's day worse. Yes, your ruins are fine, but stop the Dream Scourge.
I know.
Just a second,
We've seen enough
EDFK real quick.
pain
Be right back.
caused by the Dream Scourge. Things have been unreal. We spoke to actual ancient Akedans in the ruins. I was able to ask questions and get answers.
Okay, I'm back. Okay, so what you say? I was able to ask questions and get answers. Wasn't she nice? Wish I could ask Ghost questions about my areas of study too, but I'm happy for you.
Perhaps you'll pick a better specialty next time. Most historians have only hoped to speak with past lives through animancy. I'll blow them all away with my next paper. But to go through the trials ourselves? Oh, could we be any luckier?
Trials were worth it, if only to feel like I know where I belong now. Of course, the Mad God and their followers made those rituals. I don't get why anyone would worship Sapadal after those trials. Trials were worth it.
Fascinating. I can't imagine what it was like to grow up a godlike with no god. I'm glad you got answers, sweetheart. Well, I have to start writing this all down before I forget. But do return if you think of any other juicy details.
What do you think of our travel companions? How do you cope with the stress of travel? Was meeting Ringgrim everything you expected?
I've been trying to sort my thoughts since we left her domain. We met Ringgrim. The Ringgrim. Master illusionist of the Circle of Archmagi. And we impressed her? She even offered to make me her apprentice.
I could hardly contain myself. It was an honor just to meet her.
It was overwhelming. I can still feel my heartbeat. It doesn't feel real, but it is. Oh, Handra's titties. What am I going to do? If I take the apprenticeship, I'll have to leave Quilici and Fjord. And what about my study of the Godless? I've spent my whole life with them.
But who else would tell the story of the Akita if not you?
Oh, you even learned their proper name. I can't believe you listened. You'll make me cry at this rate. I'm not a kid anymore. I can't do everything all at once. There are only 26 hours in a day. I love my life as it is now. Exploring as I wish and coming home to open arms and a warm bed. I don't want to give that up. But this is something I never even dreamed of. But it's big. It won't leave room for much else. And I'm too old to... Oh, Envoy. What would you do?
It's hard to pass up an opportunity like the one Ringgrim is offering you. Fair is a scary place right now. Could you really leave them? You want me to make the decision? It's hard to pass up an opportunity.
I know. That's the whole issue. I've learned magic through my own means, reading and studying on my own. How much more could I learn with her? And how much faster? Within a fortnight, I could rule the world.
Yasli, you could do all that on your own.
Thank you, dearie. I can't promise I'll act on it, but I really appreciate the advice. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to write a letter to Quilici. He'll never believe me.
Okay, now it's her turn. See what the dwarf had to say.
So, we found a map to the garden. Now we see how accurate those ancient godless cartographers could possibly be. Not sure how helpful that map will be, really. There's probably a reason no one's been to the garden in centuries.
Really? No one has been there? I'm happy to be the first. That's because no one knew the way. Think of it. You'll be the first person in centuries to guide an expedition to the garden.
That'll be cold comfort when everyone thinks I'm crazy for saying I've been there. I figure either it's a complete dud and there's nothing really there, or we all lose our minds the second we show up. Either way, was it worth it? Who knows?
It's worth it to me. We have to find Sapadal at all costs. I have no choice. Finding Sapadal is the only way to I'll have peace. You're not going to talk me out of this, Marius.
I get it. Those visions, or whatever you're having, must be really disturbing. But how do you know they won't just get worse?
You're not helping.
I guess that's not my problem, really. My job is to keep you alive, whether you've got a god in your head or not. Just don't do anything stupid, all right? Anyway.
Dun dun dun, that's it.
Thanks for talking.
Still not done, huh? None of them are done yet. Ugh.
Listen, that back there, in the ruins, that was a lot. I know you passed 3 trials, but I'm not sure what that means exactly.
It's very special. Worthy of speaking with Sapadal, it means I am that much closer to fulfilling my destiny. Look, I had to appease those spirits. It doesn't mean anything beyond that. What do you think it means?
I don't know. Maybe you're the chosen one now. Some kind of prophecy? You don't look that different to me. It's not that I didn't enjoy tromping around in the ancient death trap, getting bossed around by spirits and all that. But I really do hope this was the last time. That kind of humidity does terrible things to my beard. Anyway.
That's that, blah, blah.
Until next time.
Done for real? Done for real.
Would you like
I'll
some
talk to
ice
Kai
done?
last.
I wish we could have done more for them. Capo and Chico, I mean. But if I were in his shoes, I hope I'd make the same choice. Though I'd like to pick a more fun way to die.
I mostly feel bad for Capo. There's no good way to die.
Obviously, you've never heard the phrase drug-fueled sex heart attack. I can only hope that at the end I have some control over things. That I can go out as Yatsley.
Wizard extraordinary, godless expert, and a Balrog in the bedroom. I don't think you could ever be anyone but yourself.
For better or for worse. But usually better. But it gives you something to think about. I mean, not everyone gets to come back like you did, Envoy. Well, that's all I had to say. I'll let you get back to whatever you were doing. Unless there's something else you want to chat about? How can I help, darling?
Good enough for now.
Don't mind if I do.
Giada.
Can we talk a moment? I wanted to pick your brain about Shatterscarp. How much do you really know about Adra?
As we put, Adra is a crystal with both physical and metaphysical properties.
Very good. We severed the Adra and Naku Kubel to slow down the Dream Scourge. But at what cost?
You think there will be unintended consequences. Stopping the Dream Scourge was never going to be easy.
Still, I wish we had better options. The souls of the dead who go looking for a passage to the beyond will have nowhere to go. They'll be lost in darkness. Some will find their way to an Adra pillar, far from Shatterscarp. But others could wander this land for centuries.
What I'm hearing is that Shatterscarp is going to have a ghost problem. Could anyone help them find their way? Not our problem. They should have died somewhere else. We can help them find their way.
A watcher, maybe. It's a shame we haven't got one. Try as we might to help others, we won't always succeed. Even the dead can suffer the consequences of our actions. I just wish the world and its problems would leave us alone. Even for a moment. Give us time to focus on our mission. Ourselves.
That's why I cherish these talks. Things slow down for a bit. Those moments don't just appear. We have to make them happen. I notice you haven't been getting much sleep lately. Yeah, me too. Things slow down for a bit.
As do I. We both deserve a little peace. And if the world will not give it to us, then we'll just find it in each other. While I have your ear, can I ask you one more question?
Go ahead. Ask as many as you like.
Much appreciated. Something about Inquisitor Ludwig has been getting to me. She seemed eager to distinguish your Adiran loyalty from your nature as a godlike, as though the two are incompatible.
I was going to point out how skinny she was.
Loyal to your country or to your nature, but not both. Do you find that unusual?
Lodwin has a lot of strange ideas. Maybe it's because she doesn't trust Sapadal. She declared war on Sapadal, which puts me in an awkward position.
Indeed, it does. It's just... When you rejected Ludwig's offer, she wasn't surprised. As though she saw it coming. Ludwig clearly respects you, but I don't believe she trusts you. Anyway, that just had me thinking. Could be nothing. Or could be something. Time will tell. Get some rest. You deserve a nap. For that matter, so do I.
Okay.
Pleasant dreams.
Don't talk to her for a time being. And so, Kai's I think is gonna try to rip my head off, so
I'm trying to remember the academic term for something, and it's driving me mad.
What does this hypothetical term describe?
What's the word for a soul that breaks apart, becomes two people, and then in life they are sworn enemies?
That sounds too specific to have its own term.
There has to be one, right?
I can't think of one. Oh, you could probably make up your own.
I couldn't just do that.
Why not? I do it all the time. Or you could even parlay that into an entire field of research if you play your cards right.
Tempting, but dangerous. I really ought to exhaust one field of research before starting another.
If you insist.
okay, so I'm going to take a break. I'm going to beat Veronica to the punch. She's going to be saying something in a second now, so... Anyway, I'm going to take a break, get up, stretch my legs, get some water. Be back in a few minutes. Thank you very much for watching. Enjoy the dog video. Let this conversation finish first.
The only copy I know of was lost somewhere in the Deerwood.
Too bad. I've been looking into necromancy, just in case the envoy drops dead again.
Hello, Gimpy. It is time to take a break.
Perhaps.
Go check on the dogs.
Have a contingency plan.
Right.
This break supports the purchase of Rocket's treats. If you would like to help Rocket feel like a puppy again, please visit gimpyknee.com/support, or you can watch the ads during the break, or you can type !treats in chat. Thank you. Your next break is in 1 hour.
Necromancy is your plan?
You have a better one?
Nope. Necromancy it is then, I guess.
Perfect! I've been itching for an excuse to try my hand at necromancy.